Hi Capricorn, welcome to your July read. Let's see what the cards have for you for this month. I've actually already shuffled all the decks I'll be using today. I just want to get your energy into these cards one more time. So I'll be doing a Celtic cross spread with the Rider-Waite Tarot, pulling clarifiers with the Wild Reflections Tarot, as well as pulling a couple of oracle cards for you. Okay, let's see what we've got. Heart of the spread. Wow, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Your destiny is coming in, Capricorn. This is crossed by the King of Cups. Nice. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. Sorry, straighten those up a little. The Four of Wands in your recent past. Oh, the Three of Swords. Processing a bit of grief. Oof, the Nine of Swords. Okay, we'll be looking at that one a bit closer. Ace of Wands, Eight of Cups. Nice. Ace of Pentacles, two aces. And the Five of Wands in your outcome. Definitely pulling clarifiers on that. Bit of wasted energy going into something there. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. Very nice. So this is the energy overseeing your read. The Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups underneath that. So there's material and emotional satisfaction available to you. It might not have the opportunity to surface just yet while you're processing all of this, but it is ready to come in at some point. Now, this King of Swords is all about clarity and intelligence and critical thinking. He doesn't think with his emotions, so that can free up his mind, but it might leave him a little bit cold. So it's an interesting energy for the read. We'll have a closer look as we move through the read. From our Enchanted Forest Oracle, first up, we have the Spirit of the Forest. Connect with nature to find peace and quiet. That's beautiful. That feels very Capricorn-like. Connecting with nature, grounding yourself, feeling that deeper connection to help you process whatever this kind of heady energy is, especially that Three of Swords and that Nine of Swords. Really interesting. From your Spirit Animals Oracle, wow, we have the Raven with Shaman. Oh, that's a mystical energy. Goodness. You are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits, very like the spirit of the forest, and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. That is really beautiful. Okay, this is interesting. Capricorn is a very grounded energy, and you have that Queen of Pentacles that feels like it's reflecting that there's a lot of higher energies going on at the moment. This month feels like it's a lot of heady energy. Even this Raven energy feels very mystical and light. There's a lot of mystery, obviously. You're the keeper of the mysteries. So this might be a month where you might feel a little bit ungrounded. So try to find ways like connecting with nature to ground yourself, to reconnect in with who you are so that you can tap into those mysteries and that beautiful shaman energy. This King of Swords energy, like I said, it's a lot of clarity of thought, but it's quite cold. Capricorn feels like a warm, grounded energy, and there is some need for clarity, absolutely, but I feel like this being the energy that's governing this month, you might feel just a little bit untethered. You might just be in your head a bit. Because you're normally so grounded, this clarity feels like it's coming from a place of centeredness. It's not airy-fairy, especially because he's a king. He knows how to apply his wisdom and his knowledge. I just keep getting that sense that you may just need to find ways to ground yourself as you move through this. Definitely getting that with that Queen of Pentacles. So let's look at this main spread. Your recent past, you have the Four of Wands, which is the 1111 gateway. So you may have recently started a new phase of your life. You've stepped through this gateway and started on some new stage. It might be a new job, a new house, a new friendship or relationship, because this can be the wedding card as well. There's some new phase of your life that you've recently started. There's a lot of beautiful positive energy here. And this new phase is what is your main story throughout July. This, whatever this is that you've recently started, it's going to be the main theme, the main focus for you this month, which obviously makes sense. It's quite a big step. It's still only a 4. It's a minor arcana, so this isn't like high level dramatic change at this point. However, you have the Wheel of Fortune in the heart of your spread. This is big destiny level stuff. This is your destiny coming in, the wheel turning, divine timing. This is the universe stepping in to take a hand in the path of your fate. So what this can mean, because it's come immediately after this Four of Wands, Whatever this is, this gateway that you've stepped through, whatever this is that you've started, this destiny wheel coming in is either saying that you're on the path of your destiny. That doesn't mean that it's going to be smooth sailing all the way. So, you've got a few things going on. Or it can mean that the destiny wheel is coming in to shift you away from whatever it is you've recently started. Because it wants you, this wheel is wanting you to walk your path of destiny. This has actually come up a number of times during my reads for July. We seem to all be getting pushed towards the path of our true destiny, the reason we decided to come into this life at this time. So if whatever it is that you've recently started is not in alignment with that, this wheel is going to start turning and shift you onto the correct path. If it is part of your destiny, this wheel is going to start moving you very, very quickly through this to level you up, which is why I want you to connect with that spirit of the forest there, to ground yourself, connect in with nature, because anytime that wheel turns, things can move very quickly, or they can suddenly stop and then change direction very quickly. So ground yourself, connect in with nature. Find those things that help you maintain your balance, because that is going to be your challenge for this month. This King of Cups, he's emotionally balanced. He rides these stormy waves without being shaken. He's very calm, very steady, and he doesn't get shaken by the storms of life. Because it's in your challenge position, it's possibly going to be difficult for you to find that emotional balance. And we can see that obviously with that Nine of Swords in your near future. That doesn't mean it's not available to you. You have access to this shaman energy, these magic and mysteries of the universe. Plus, you have the spirit of the forest guiding you. You can connect in with nature and find ways to ground yourself and reconnect with your emotional balance, because Capricorns do tend to be quite balanced. You are so grounded, it's harder to shake you. But whatever this is that's coming in, it's going to just be a little more challenging for you to maintain that balance. So you've got the Three of Swords in the crown of your read. This may be why it's harder to maintain your emotional balance. There's some kind of heartbreak or loss, something that's hurt your heart at a deep level. This card is asking, these swords are your thoughts. It's asking you to send your thoughts into your heart to process whatever this grief is, whatever this heartbreak is. This feels like a bit of a focus for you to maintain your emotional balance. If you're too busy doing things, getting caught up in whatever this new phase of life is, then this grief is going to linger. The fact that it's in the crown of your spread means you're aware of it. You're not hiding this. If it was at the bottom of the spread, I'd be a little more concerned, but you've got the gorgeous Queen of Pentacles in the bottom of your spread, which is very grounding. She's very content and comfortable and deeply at peace in her world. So you have this deep within you. It's not on the surface at the moment, but this is available to you. At that subconscious level, she's trying to come to the surface to comfort you as you process this grief, as you move through this heartbreak, and to try and quiet these anxious thoughts, to calm the stress. Whatever these thoughts are, this near future card, it's not the final outcome. This is not how you're going to be forever. It may feel like it's impossible to break out of. I mean, this person's woken up in the middle of the night, can't sleep, is filled with these anxious thoughts. And in those early hours of the morning, in the dark, everything feels so much more difficult to process. Everything feels bigger and scarier and just more challenging. But the night passes and the day comes. This is the 9 before the 10. The 10 is the ending of that cycle and the sun shines on a new day. So know that this will pass. Let yourself process your grief. Find this grounding that you have available to you as this powerful Capricorn connecting with nature. Find your clarity to see these thoughts for what they are. They're just thoughts. You've actually got a lot of beautiful external energy around you. This feels mostly connected to this Three of Swords. Whatever this emotional hurt is that you need to process, it's just weighing on you a bit, but this will pass. I am going to put clarifiers on that one as well for you. You've got the Ace of Wands in your advice position. This is also the energy of you at this time. Now, this Ace of Wands is a beautiful card. In addition to having this beautiful grounded energy available to you, the universe is offering you a magic wand, this fresh burst of energy to help see you through this. Your advice is to take this wand, to tap into your shaman magic and wave this wand. Direct your energy where it's needed and where it can be most beneficial. Don't allow this energy to just cycle back into this anxious Nine of Swords situation. Use this energy to shift you out of that, to remember what brings you joy, to find that emotional balance. Even better, use this energy to process this grief, because the quicker you can process it, and I'm not trying to diminish it, because you need to take the time that you need to take. That's just how grief works. But the more you can open yourself to this grief and allow it to process, the more quickly you'll move through that Nine of Swords energy. So this is available to you, beautiful Ace of Wands energy. The Eight of Cups in your external factors, because of this position, the Eight of Cups is normally about you walking away from something that no longer serves you, but because it's in your external factors, it feels like things are leaving you. Now, this could be part of this grief and this anxiety. There's something that's leaving you, someone who's moving away from your life. There's something that's ending for you. Just know that this is a really good thing. Remember, I said this wheel is turning. It's wanting to put you on the right path. So whatever this gateway is that you've stepped through, if you're still on this path, there's something that's part of your old life that needs to leave. If this new path is actually not in alignment with your destiny, then this Eight of Cups is actually saying that it's this that will be moving away from you. Whatever it is, as I said, this is a good thing. Let this leave, because better things are on the horizon for you. Even more importantly, you need to let this go in order to step into your destiny. Okay. In your hopes and fears, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Because it's a Pentacles, I really feel like what you're most wanting is to just come back to this steady, reliable Capricorn energy and have a new gateway open that's clear and logical and makes sense for you and who you are. I said there's a lot of higher energy. The Queen of Pentacles is you underneath the surface. This is in your heart. You're a grounded, reliable Capricorn, and you're wanting the universe to match your energy, because everything else it's more wild. It feels less grounded and reliable and steady. And that's not really a comfortable place for you. So I can understand why you're wanting this. You're asking the universe to match that Capricorn energy to help you ground and find your peace and your steadiness again. Just know this is only for July, and the universe is trying to support you. This is part of your destiny. It's just a little uncomfortable as it comes in. This month of July feels like a very big transition month for all of us. We're all moving through things that are trying to prepare us for our next stage. You've already started a new stage of your life. It's just trying to push you towards a higher level, a bigger version of what this Four of Wands offered you. So when you're feeling ungrounded, as I've said, connect in with nature. Try to gain some clarity. Try to connect in with your heart as well. Balance your energy, connect with your heart, your emotions, and process this grief. There's a lot of information I'm giving you here, but there's so much in these cards. I just want to make sure that I give everything I can to you, so that even if you don't remember it all now, it's available for you as you move through July, so you can recall it as you go along. It's like, that's right, if I connect with nature, I'll be able to rebalance, and I'll connect with my heart again, and hopefully things will even out. And remember to just let things go if they're needing to go. If you try to hang on to them, anything that wants to move away, hanging on to them will not only exacerbate this internal anxiety, it will also feed into this Five of Wands, which is wasted energy, because especially it's come through this line here. This is just a little message saying, if you focus on the petty squabbles and fights you know you're not going to win and that don't really have any designated outcome, you're just going to drain your energy. It's just a wasted energy card. You don't need to worry about this. Let this go, whatever this is, these people go, this situation, let it go, and don't waste any more energy on it. It's time to let it go. It feels like whatever is leaving is actually because it's connected to this Five of Wands, it actually doesn't feel like it's healthy for you to have it stick around. It might be familiar, and familiarity is comfortable, but this is saying that it's actually not particularly healthy for you. It's causing this anxiety, and it's stirring up your fight or flight energy. It's just too much wasted energy. It's too much noise and mess. You need this grounding and this peace, and that's what you want. Okay, I'm going to pull some clarifiers for you. Like I said, there's a lot going on here. What I might do is pull on the Three of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and then the Five of Wands, because the Eight of Cups feels like it's the linking message between these two. So we'll pick up some of the information that we need from those two clarifying cards as well. So for the Three of Swords, let's see what we can get, just to help you process whatever this heartbreak was. All right, we've got the Hermit. I mean, I didn't actually get a message about what caused this Three of Swords, but this feels very much like a message of how to process it, which is to just take time out, connect in with yourself. And because she's meditating in nature, it's very connected to that spirit of the forest, connecting in with nature, connecting in with your heart, which is part of your challenge, to link in with that higher wisdom. If you can meditate, that's the main message in this particular Hermit card. Take time out to meditate. And if you're not a meditator, that's fine. Find whatever way you can to just reconnect with your grounded, earthy, balanced self. Give yourself the space and the time to grieve, to process whatever this heartbreak was or is. Can you give me anything about what caused this Three of Swords? Oh, the High Priestess. Wow. So this is a very grounded energy. This is another very, very high energy, that High Priestess energy. This is asking, it feels like this is asking you to trust your intuition with this situation. Because this is part of your destiny, some part of you knows that this is meant to happen the way it's happening. It's also, because it's in the crown of your reed, you do seem to have some understanding about this already. It's like this is your lesson. This Three of Swords is your lesson to be able to process whatever this Nine of Swords, Eight of Cups, and Five of Wands energy is. Whatever this is that's leaving you at this Eight of Cups point, you've learned the lesson of how to process this. And you just got the Four of Swords. And so that will help you when this Eight of Cups comes in. The Four of Swords is asking you to rest, recuperate, connect in with your heart. Again, these three cards are all saying basically the same thing. Take time out, be on your own, rest, restore your energy, and tune into your intuition. There's a lot of intuition that comes in with this Four of Swords as well. And I love that this is the Four of Swords because it's the next step beyond the Three of Swords. So you are going to move through this. And it feels like it's quite quick for the Four to come in, clarifying that Three. It feels like this is something that's going to be able to be processed relatively quickly. And I'm not saying that your heartbreak is going to be gone forever or that you're never going to think about this situation again. This is kind of the hooks that are keeping you trapped in your heartbreak. That's what's going to release. And that's going to free you up and help ground you again, and will eventually move you away from that Nine of Swords energy, hopefully. So yeah, take time out, preferably connect in with nature, trust your intuition, and just let yourself rest and recuperate. Give yourself the time and the space for all of this to be processed. Now let me look at this Nine of Swords. Okay. Oh, we've got two here. We've got the Ten of Wands and the Star. That is so beautiful. Yes, so there is an ending. There is some kind of ending going on here. Remember I said the Nine of Swords is the moment before the 10 when the cycle ends and a new cycle begins. The ending of a cycle. This 10 of Wands is actually beautiful. He's completing his harvest. He's right at the end of his harvest, and now he gets to enjoy the fruits of all of his hard labor. And it's opening the door for wishes to come in. The Star is about laying the foundations for new, beautiful, hopeful possibilities to come in, for the universe to bless you and grant your wishes. This Nine of Swords, it's kind of the dark night of the soul energy. If you can allow yourself the time, just like you did with this Three of Swords, if you can give yourself the time to process this anxious energy, just sit with it, just be with yourself and open your heart to this. Remember that challenge of yours, open your heart to this. You'll shift right into that 10 of Wands energy, and you'll have this fresh new energy with the Ace of Wands as well to move you into this hopeful positivity with the star. This is the star coming out, indicating that the sunrise is near. It's like the morning star. The dark night is almost over and the sun is soon to rise. All of these challenging cards, these challenging energies, they're all spreading out from this Wheel of Fortune. This Wheel of Fortune is trying to help you process all of these old or lower level energies so that you can move into higher spaces. And this is all going to help you access this shaman energy. Claim your place as the keeper of the mysteries. That's what the wheel wants you to do. We sometimes miss the magic. This is trying to bring that magic back in. Okay, the King of Wands. That's really beautiful. It's, he's like the Emperor energy in this deck. We do have an Emperor in this deck, but he has more of the traditional Emperor flavor than the actual Emperor in this deck. He's the only king that actually sits in a throne, and he's got the world map behind him, but he's also got his backpack next to him. He's an adventurer. He's a traveler and an adventurer. I feel like what this is asking you to do is to treat this as an adventure, to try to claim your authority over this situation, over these anxious thoughts. Don't let the thoughts rule you. You rule these thoughts. There's so many wands in here, and only these 2 pentacles, which are much more of a Capricorn energy. So all of this is asking you to take action, to take ownership of this. And it's going to be so positive. The more you can take action, the faster you'll move through this energy, this stressful time, this anxious period. So take action, and it's not necessarily taking action to move away whatever is causing the stress. It's asking you to take action to process these anxious thoughts, to process the emotional and mental response to this situation. You may not be able to change the circumstances around you, but you can change your reaction to it. That's where this grounding needs to come in, this connection with nature and this balancing of your emotions, because that will help you move through this. And you're so close with that 10 of Wands, and the universe is really supporting you. That star energy is such a beautiful universal support. It's like the universe is sending a star to touch your heart and bring you hope and the promise of a better future. So really take ownership of this. This is all in your hands. You can do this. Okay, I'm going to pull on that 5 of Wands now. I have this feeling that because this is such an unusual energy for Capricorn this whole month that I'm seeing here, I almost feel like if anyone listens to this, that it's going to be hard for you to hear, for Capricorns to want to accept or to take in. It's not very comfortable energy for Capricorns, and it's not very comfortable energy for anyone having anxious thoughts, and that 3 of Swords energy with that grief as well. But everything in this spread is telling me that you have so much at your disposal to be able to take control of all of this in a way that is not limiting you. So when you take hold of things, you don't want to be grasping and holding things back, but taking the reins and driving this forward in whatever way is suitable for the situation. You've got a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of rest and going quiet and gentle and still with this 3 of Swords, while the 9 of Swords is asking you to take action to move through it. It's quite a roller coaster this month. You're not the only ones that have had this sort of spread, Capricorn. Everyone seems to be having more than one issue and process to deal with, and in different ways. So I do empathize. It's quite a big month energetically. Wow. Okay. So I am actually pulling on the 5 of Wands, but we've got the Ace of Wands again. Whenever you get the same card twice in a spread, really pay attention to it. This Ace of Wands, again, you have this universal energy available to you. Don't waste it on frivolous arguments and petty squabbles and fights and railing against things you can't change. Direct this energy where it's going to be most beneficial, like dealing with how you're responding to the situation, processing those anxious thoughts, processing that grief. The universe is so on your side. To get the 2 aces, the 2 Ace of Wands, that's the universe really trying to emphasize that they're here for you. The universe is here for you. It's supporting you. It's holding you through this. It's giving you all the energy you need to make it through this difficult situation as you're processing all of these different elements. Okay. Is So it is, you got the Ace of Pentacles. I thought that was the ace. So this is what you were wanting. You've got 2 repeat aces now. And before, this Ace of Pentacles was what you were wanting to bring in. You wanted the universe to support your Capricorn energy. Now it's coming in saying, we're here for you. Of course we're going to support you. 2 aces, one after the other. That's a huge message, Capricorn. You are not in this alone. This is all part of this wheel turning. This is all part of your destiny. The universe is telling you with these 2 cards that everything you're going through and moving through and all of these accomplishments that you are going to have through this month of July, the universe has got your back. It's supporting you with new energy, and it's opening this little gateway in that garden there. It's planting this new seed for something much more grounded and lasting and beneficial for you and your energy. Ah, I love this. It's just such a beautiful resolution for you. And it's the start of something brand new. So the end of July is not the end of the world. It's not the end of your life. This is the starting of the next phase of your life, which you sort of began with the 4 of Wands. But with these 2 aces, it's so much fresher and brighter and better for you. And it's more in alignment with your destiny. Okay, we've got the 2 of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the 2 of Cups. So we've got 2 2s. Oh, the 10 of Swords. Yeah, that's the 10 after that 9. It's the death of the ego, the Temperance, finding a balance, and that beautiful Knight of Pentacles, reclaiming that Pentacles grounded energy. So, oops, that one needs to come with me. So the 2 of Cups and the 2 of Swords, that's a really interesting card after that ace, those 2 aces there. Clarifying that 5 of Wands, this feels to me like it's asking you again to just pause. You can't see what you're aiming at the moment. You can't see where to direct your energy, and just waving your wand around and fighting other people for no reason is just a waste of energy. She can't see what she's aiming at. She's got her bow cocked and ready to fire her arrow, but she's having to trust her intuition that she's going to fire straight. She needs to go quiet and still and reserve that energy for her focused aim, so that she can shoot exactly where she wants to go. The other thing is that it's telling me that you may not know where your next step is. You won't be able to see clearly exactly where to go next when you get to this outcome. There's this need for clarity with that King of Swords. So it's like it's saying, don't take any steps yet. Allow the universe to bring this new energy in, to bring you this energy, this new Ace of Pentacles, this new seedling to plant, but don't fire this arrow until you know exactly where you want to go. And I feel like that's a safe thing to say to a Capricorn, because you are naturally more cautious. You like to make sure that everything's ready to go and you've made all the preparations you need to make before you take your next step. And you do have that Knight of Pentacles under there as well, which is saying exactly the same thing. So when these new opportunities come in towards the end of the month, don't fire in straight away. Give yourself time to pause. Maybe even wait until August rolls around before you actually take any steps in this new direction or whatever this new thing is, before you actually dive into it. And really direct this new fresh energy inwards until you know where you want to go. Even she's doing that. She's got a lot of power in her, but she hasn't fired that arrow, as I said, so her energy is directed inwards, in towards her intuition. She's hearing things around her. She's feeling the vibrations in the air. You know, she's not just exploding her energy outwards, which is what's happening in that 5 of Wands. So whatever is going on towards the end of the month, if you can avoid any external squabbles, petty arguments, if you can avoid energy wastage on things that aren't really serving you, and try to direct that energy inwards, these 2 aces will have more of an opportunity to grow and develop, and as you move into August, you'll have more of a clear idea of where to go next. And this 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck is such a beautiful union. This is 2 becoming 1. It could be a connection. It's a real heart connection. This feels really beautiful and positive. And this sun is shining. This is such a positive card. Beautiful, happy, brilliant, sweet, gentle, heart-centered card to end these clarifiers, to end this part of the read. There could be someone coming in that is actually a soulmate or a twin flame energy. There could be a real heart connection with a person. That could be what is this Two of Swords is asking you not to leap too quickly into, just to let it develop at its own pace. The other thing it's telling me though is that this is you coming back to yourself. As I said, it's two becoming one. It's like all of this high, heady energy that's kept you a little bit off balance, that King of Cups, and possibly having trouble grounding yourself, that's coming back into your grounded sense of self again. It feels like you're going to become a lot more you by the time you reach the end of July. It's just a big process to travel through, bit of a roller coaster, as I said. And again, you're not alone in this. We're all going through this at the moment. Let me pull 3 final message cards for you, Capricorn. Okay. So we've got the King of Wands to start with, and then we had the 5 of Cups that also popped out there. So many wands. This is asking, okay, so we've got the King of Wands twice. Of course, I should have remembered that. When you get the same card twice, remember, really pay attention to it. So this is again asking you to take action because these two kind of flipped out at the same time. This is asking you to take action towards resolving this grief. I don't like saying resolving your grief. It's not really something that can be resolved, but it is allowing it to be processed to the extent that it needs to be processed. But the important message with the 5 of Cups is to be mindful of not lingering too long. Don't wallow in it. Don't let it take over your life. Be with it for as long as you need to be with it and go as deep as you can or as you need to go. But just remember, you've still got 2 cups standing, and this bridge over that river will take you back home. So this king wants you to take action to allow this grief to be processed. This is the next phase after this 3 of Swords. And then we move to that 8 of Cups, which is that grief sort of letting go, leaving you. So a lot of processing, a lot of internal processing that needs to happen this month, Capricorn. It's a very internal focus for you this month. And okay, there may be a little bit of confusion, a little bit of a lack of clarity. That's why this King of Swords seems to be overseeing this read, to just try to remind you to gain clarity, gain a bit of perspective as well. The other message with this Moon card is that in this particular deck, the face in the Moon is actually the Hermit's face. So that's bringing back this Hermit card and asking you to just go within to find the clarity that you need and to tap into your intuition. Because that Moon as well is also reflective of the Moon that the High Priestess holds. So a little bit, remember, this is just my final messages that the cards wanted me to tell you. This is not about what's coming next, but everything I'm seeing is just a lot of internal processing, and it's asking you to use the energy that's available to you, this universal energy and support that's available to you, to do all this inner work, because it wants you to be available for this beautiful shaman energy when it comes in. Now, I actually love the card that's popped up on the bottom of the deck, because this has come up in almost every read I've done this month. This is a big energy for July, the 3 of Cups. I don't know why it's such a prominent energy for this month, but I think I've only had maybe 1 or 2 reads where this particular card hasn't come up, but the message itself has still come through in like the oracle cards and other cards that have come out. A big part of this is that these are the 3 fates. They are weaving your destiny at a human level. The Wheel of Fortune is a much higher level destiny energy. It's the soul contract that we have before we come into this world. This makes so much sense though, because with the destiny wheel turning, the 3 fates need to weave your path at this human level, in this material world, in order to allow your destiny to manifest. But the other message of the 3 of Cups, oh look, we've got the Knight of Pentacles again. That's awesome. There's that 3 of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles underneath the bottom of the deck card in both decks. Yep, the same with the 10 of Swords. Wow, you've got the same cards in there. That's really interesting. So that's you coming back to who you are. But this 3 of Cups is asking you, if you need to be a little bit social, have a bit of fun with your friends, with the people you care about. Find a bit of lightness, a bit of play in your life, along with all of the other information I've given you, particularly this oracle card, connecting with nature and grounding yourself again. Having a bit of social time will help you feel a bit more emotionally balanced. So this connecting with nature and the Queen of Pentacles will help ground you. And this socializing, along with that quiet inner world, inner work, that will help emotionally balance you. It will help you with that King of Cups in your challenge position. So as much as you can, do your inner processing, connect with friends, the people that love you, and keep yourself open to the universe's support, because the universe is giving you a lot of support this month, and it really, really wants you to walk your path of destiny. I wish you all the best for this roller coaster of a month, Capricorn.